Hello and welcome, this is Phil the Great One from the Vindicated Clan, and this is a how-to guide for the District Union Legendary. This is the first of a 3-part guide of all the legendaries currently in the Division 2. I hope this helps more people complete these. Stay tuned if that sounds of interest. Thank you. So throughout the whole of the video, in the background you're going to see a run of the District Union from the point of view of a skill build player, seeing where you want him to stand and also what they will be using. You'll also see the icons of what the other 3 players are using as well. At this point I would like to put a massive shout out to the other 3 players on this run: Immortal, Star Tidus and Toxic Hunter. Immortal is the crowd control player, Toxic Hunter and Star Tidus running DPS. Links to the builds that those guys are using, also the skill player who's using 2 different builds at different points, also in the description to this. So in this first section, it's broken down into 2 parts. The first section where we have 3 tanks, a red, a purple and a gold, and a group of adds. The idea is to get the 3 tanks down first and then clear up the adds. You need to make sure that you don't clear all the adds before you kill the tanks, otherwise this will spawn the 2 helicopters, which are the second section, before you're ready for them. Once clearing all the tanks and the adds, the 2 helicopters will come and you can move further in and get yourself in place. You can see there's a nice part for the skill player to get his turret, and he can almost insta-wipe the first set of adds, spawning in the big guys. Vitally important you take out their backpacks as fast as possible, as the biggest difficulty in legendaries is the bleed that these guys can put on. The Demolitioner, Firefly, also the 50 cal sniper on the sharpshooter specialist are amazing for taking these out. So as you can see in this first section, the skill player runs the skill damage build using the demolition turret and seekers. As soon as you've cleared this first section, he will change to the hybrid skill to be ready for the second section. So in this second section we have 2 waves of adds. The first set of adds, there's a couple of healers which we need to stop putting their healer boxes down fast and clear the sets of adds. So the steel player will throw out a hive and then seekers, along with the 2 DPS players will also throw their seekers out. At this point the CC will blind and, if need be, use the riot foam as well, clearing out the adds as fast as possible. The skill player will then cancel off his hive, overcharging all players, so they have overcharged seekers to clear out the big tanks that come after. He can then chuck out his hive again and he'll have an overcharged hive to help take down the big guys. This will also help the CC, who will have overcharged riot form and overcharged blinders as well. Once you've repeated the process of this a few times, your DPS players will know where to focus in on to have the 50 cal aimed in to take out the backpacks as the big guys are running around the corner. This will really help improve and speed up the process of taking down the big guys. Next up is the first section that requires a jammer. There's several sections within this legendary that do, so the CC changes to jammer and blinder. Here the skill player is still on their hybrid seekers and hive. So as you go in, the CC will jam and then blind everybody. The skill player chucks out his hive and then chucks out his seekers. Here there's no need to overcharge, so you can save your overcharge, clearing out the adds as fast as possible. Here, much like the last section, everybody runs the same. There is a lot of ads and a lot of drone, so try and take those out as fast as possible. Be ready to jam several times if needs be. As you get used to this, you will do it faster and faster. Next up, it's time to go upstairs, and a nice gentle opening to the upstairs with two dogs, a purple and a gold. Best way to do this is as you start to go through the double doors, the CC can jam, knocking the both dogs down together. So as you kill one dog, he will jam the second dog again. The skill player can use his specialization ammo here, which will really speed it up and also make it so you only have to jam once. Into the next room, and we have 3 ways of ads in this room, which has a lot of tech involved as well. Both DPS players should be running Seekers here. So as we run through, CC should be blinding everything and then jamming. The skill player chucking out his hive and then his Seekers. Once all 3 players have thrown out their Seekers, he can overcharge and they can throw out again. This should pretty much clear out the room, bringing out the second wave, which is 2 dogs. The 2 dogs can go down relatively quickly. The skill player can then run past and get his hive on the back door. This will pretty much clear out the last set of waves, and you can fast and quickly and effectively take out the last wave relative ease. As we move on through the next set of doors, we'll get a few ads and 1 more big guy. So the skill player will chuck out his hive, and the CC will blind and use the riot foam. All players will then move over and move into a bit of cover while we deal with the ads and the big guy with relative ease. Again, making sure you take out the backpack as fast as possible. That way everything dies relatively quickly. This next room is one of the 2 most difficult on this legendary. Here we will use overcharged Seekers to help clear out all the ads. The healers are your most difficult opponent, so stopping them putting down in their healer boxes is your goal. So aggression is your best friend. Everyone should be using Seekers. When you first go in, throw them out. The hybrid skill build will overcharge them. You can throw them out again, taking down the healers before they get a chance to put their healer boxes down. If they get them down, shooting them out as fast as possible, and then taking down the big guy, taking out his backpack at the earliest opportunity. If needs be, if you're not as effective as our team is in this video, you can backtrack to the open of the door and shooting out any ads. Sweet Dreams for the CC and the skill build enables you to melee any ads that aren't gold. Here you can see the video. This is possibly the most effective that we've actually done this room. As we push on into what we call the games room, again we'll be using the overcharged Seeker tactic. Here it's vitally important that our CC is very aggressive to enable him to take out the healers and trap them using Riot Foam before they get the healer boxes down. They come in the second wave. We'll take down the first wave very fast with our Seekers. We're all using Seekers, so we'll not be using any demolishers. Demolishers are also an effective way to take out the backpacks if you want to go that route instead. If you've made it this far, the next room shouldn't be any of a problem. Just throw your Seekers out as a group and clear up what's left. It's pretty much of a gimme. Again, there's healer boxes, but you should clear them up pretty fast and shouldn't have any problems with this next room, leading you straight on to the mall, which, if done right, can be done very easily. Unfortunately, can be very tricky if you're not set up right. Okay guys, now we've made it to the mall, the most difficult room in DU. So how we're going to set up here is the CC will be using Jammer and Blinder at the start. He can then switch from Jammer to Riot Foam and then back to Jammer once the dogs come. Doesn't need to switch to Riot Foam if he doesn't wish, but it can be effective and help a lot. The skill build will be running the hybrid, but it will be using a demolisher. Just really helps take out the backpacks on the big guys when they come. So as we enter the room, the CC will blind all ads that he can see, and we immediately turn left and run up the stairs. As we're running up the stairs, the CC will jam and shock all ads and jam all electronics. Your most competent backpack taker, DPS, will go up to the top floor and find himself a nice pog where he can take out the backpacks of the big guys when they come out in the second spawn. Your skill build can either stay on the second floor or he can go up with him, whichever you find better. A lot of the top DPS players in our clan like to be up there on their own. So a lot like the first initial section of the Legendary, we need to take out the tanks first, then we target the grenaders, and then take out any ads that are left. Once you've killed enough ads, the second wave will spawn, and then all target the big tanks, making sure you take out their backpacks first. Once you've killed those guys, the last wave is dogs. There's 2 dogs, a gold and a purple. Again, this is where the CC will jam, target one, and then target the second. As long as you take out the backpacks fast, this is why we'll use the Demolisher and Blinder and Riot Foam. This shouldn't be a problem. And if you set yourselves up right and practice the backpacks, you should find this easier and easier every time you do it. You will see just in shot now on the top floor the spawn of the big guys, the big tanks, coming out that door. They will always spawn in that door as long as you only have 1 or 2 players upstairs. It's essential that you take out the backpacks as fast as possible so the CC and the skill build, if you're running that way, are ready to blind, demolish, trap, everything you can to get ready to take them out as fast as possible as soon as they spawn. The next room is just a few ads, and with the blinder and seekers can be cleared really fast. We'll not overcharge the seekers here as the cooldown of 2 minutes is too long for it to come back in, and we will certainly need it in the garage, which is another tricky room if you're not aggressive. So the garage. If you're new to doing legendaries, you can stay in the room and shoot through the bottom right hand corner with the CC and the skill build using heals and jammers to take out all the heal boxes and kill the drones. This will of course take quite a while, but there's no chance of wiping. However, when you get more comfortable, you can get very aggressive, as we do in this video. Here you'll need the CC to push right up front and the skill build to push longer to the left, using the demolitioner to make sure you take out the backpacks of the healers that come in the second wave. Here we'll use overcharge seekers from the skill build and both DPSs. Going out, throwing your seekers straight away, and then making sure you clear all the ads, as there's lots of drones flying around. Your CC will jam straight away. Clearing out the first wave with 2 lots of seekers. Second wave will come out. It's imperative your skill builds push down the left hand side. He'd then be able to use the Demolisher Firefly to take out the backpacks of the healers so they can't put their healer boxes down. By this point you should have your seekers back, so you can chuck them out again, which should help clear out the second wave fast, leaving the last wave. This wave again, you should get your seekers back so you can clear that wave out again. All in all, if aggressive and work fast as a team, you should clear this room very fast. The drugs lab will take some coordinating, as there's 3 different types of ads in quick succession. First you get 3 dogs, so they need jamming. As soon as the dogs have finished, you get a wave of ads from the left, and shortly after 2 big guys coming from the right. Here again we'll use overcharge seekers, as by this time the cooldown for the overcharge will have gone. So we jam the dogs. The skill build can again use his specialisation ammo, take the dog out quick, which will again jam the second dog, and rinse and repeat for all 3 dogs. You can put your stinger hive at the door to help deal with the ads. We can then use the first set of seekers to clear the ads and the overcharged ads seekers on the 2 big guys. We need to use riot foam and blind the big guys, and then these DPSs have a couple of spots that they like to take out the backpacks. This room, when done effectively, can be done really relatively quick also. Do be careful, as there's lots of canisters that can be set on fire in this room. Also, when the dogs go down, they do send an EMP pulse. Make sure you don't get shot by those, otherwise you can't use your skills for a short period of time. If you cleared this room, congratulations, you've completed the Legendary. You've just still got the boss to go, but this is the first checkpoint in the Legendary. So if you're patient enough, coordinated enough to do this part, you will clear the boss, as he is relatively easy. So going in here, skill build will use his Hive and Seekers to start off with. The CC will be using Blind Air and Riot Foam. Both DPSs again will be using Healer Drones, as the boss will do quite a bit of damage. They can use Seekers at the start if they wish, but there isn't that many adds. So we'll run in, clear all the adds that there is to start with, and then set up for the damage phase. As we enter the room, dealing with the original adds that's in the room when we run in, we make our way to the back of the room. As we turn and look backwards, the first wave that comes in will come from our right. We'll throw the Hive down to where the adds will jump down to, and throw our Seekers. We can overcharge the Seekers if needs be. Once all those adds are killed, the third and final set of adds will spawn. The boss comes in with this set as well. This set of adds does have healers in with it, so you need to deal with it as fast as possible to stop them putting their healer boxes down. So saving your overcharged Seekers for this point is preferential. Once you've taken down all of the adds, it's time to deal with the boss. Before you can do any damage to the boss, you have to take out his backpack. One of the most effective things to do this is the Demolition of Firefly. The skill build will take off his Seekers at this point and change to the Demolitioner. Here you can choke that out. If it doesn't take it out in the first one, the second one should do it. Your DPS guys can also be shooting at the backpack just like they would on the big guys as well. As soon as the backpack goes, he'll no longer heal and it's time to do damage. You can only do damage to this boss by shooting his head. It doesn't take that much damage to actually kill him once you've taken out his backpack. That's my guide complete, guys. I hope you found it useful. I hope it helps you complete this and other legendaries. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to the end. Thank you ever so much for taking your time to listen, guys. I've been Phil the Great One from the Vindicated Clan. Please see the Discord links and our website links below. Come join us and team up and have some fun. Thank you very much.